In this video, we're gonna check if it is possible to install GCam on a Nothing Phone 4a. In order to check that, we need to open the Play Store app. We need to download an app that allows us to verify if our phone is compatible with GCam. So we're gonna go to search, and we can use an app that is called GCamator. There we go. So this is the app that we are looking for. We're gonna install it, and we're gonna see if the GCam can actually be installed on our phone. So wait for the app to be installed, and then we're gonna open it. We then have to allow the app to send us notifications. Over here on the home screen, we should be able to see if there is a GCam, and apparently there is something in here. There we go. We have for Nothing A069, which is, I believe, the model name, the original model name. And let's actually go to settings in order to verify that. So if I go to About Phone, and let's see if we can find it in here. Let's go to the device details. There we go. Yes, we have model number A069. So yes, we do have a dedicated GCam app for this phone. Let's start downloading. We are going to be redirected to this website. We're gonna download APK. We want to tap on this button, and we want to download anyway. Now, if you download the app, then you will have to allow the browser app to install apps from unknown sources. So this is something that we need to keep in mind. So in the meantime, while it is downloading, if you don't want to wait, you can open settings, then choose apps. In here, we're gonna go to special app access. In here, we have install unknown apps, and then you want to choose your browser. In my case, it is Chrome, and we want to allow from this source. So then when we try to install the app by using our Chrome browser, we will be able to do so. All right, so we're gonna now install the app. There we go. And then we should be able to use it without any issues, or at least without any major issues. Let's open the app. And there we go. Of course, we need to grant some permissions. The location is not really necessary, but we're gonna want to allow the app to record audio, to have access to photos and videos. And there we go. Here we're gonna tap on done, and now we can use the GCam. Over here we have a bunch of different modes, of course, that we can go through, like the night sight, panorama, photosphere, and so on and so forth. We can of course switch to the video mode, and here we have the video mode and slow motion. Besides that, in the photo mode here, we can tap on settings, not only in photo mode, but in general, we can go to the settings in order to find, for example, the HDR, top shot, aspect ratio, and then here in Pro we have lens selection. We can also go to more settings in here to find some additional options that you might want to go through. So as you can see, a bunch of different options that are probably worth using, like for example the guided frame. We have camera scan suggestions for QR codes and so on. And here we have some settings here as well in the bottom right corner, where we have the focus, shutter speed, and ISO. So definitely worth checking out as well. Here, video mode, we can use the 4K and full HD resolution. Even though it says 8K in here, it is actually not, of course. And in the case of 4K, we can also record in 60 frames per second. So I am wondering if that's really the case, if we can actually record videos using 4K 60 frames per second. I guess no, not really. It stopped immediately. But I'm gonna try again. Something went wrong. So yeah, maybe some of the things might not work properly. Let's see if we can start again. Unfortunately, no. So yeah, that's what I thought. But we should be able to record 4K 30 frames per second. Yeah, there we go. So that's pretty much it. The answer is simply yes, we can use GCam, although you might encounter some slight issues here and there. But that's pretty much it. Leave a like and subscribe.